Welcome to Aurei Place, Factorio Seablock. We're at episode 55 and we're pressing new frontiers. We're trying to get a new power system up and running. And we're also, meanwhile, researching the prerequisites for farming. Yeah, let's get to hydro refining. I'm pretty sure this is useful, but I'm not quite sure how yet. Like, we need to figure that out as well. Yeah, so I think we can do normal steam engines then, 3 of them. I think that makes sense. Power-wise, that matches what I think it should be. So let's run with that. We'll need some water. Let's run that close, and then the oil in between. So we can do it like this. We'll need an offshore pump to get this started. Not that kind of pump. Offshore, this kind of pump. And we'll have 3 steam engines going up against this one boiler. Okay, so let's wire this up as well. Okay, we have the offshore pump ready to roll. And here we go. Okay, so now the only thing is that we need to kickstart this with some steam. And actually, so we also need to chain back the steam, right? That's kind of part of this whole setup. So let's get that sorted out first. Here we go. So we have a little bit of steam going this way, and we'll so this generates. I guess we could just burner electric generator. Yeah, I guess we just need a normal boiler, right? We can just put in a boiler with a little bit of water. Actually, let's do it like this. Then we can just remove it afterwards. We'll connect that up. Okay, and I'm gonna put some fuel in there. Here we go. So this is gonna fill up. That actually needs an inserter, otherwise it's not gonna work anyway. Drop over there. Okay. So let's remove this for now. Let's see how it goes. So this is gonna fill up with the blue cellulose fiber. And then it's gonna produce not enough multi-phase oil to get this going. Let's see, the sulfuric wastewater is actually, it's there, and is this backing up then? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's good. I guess we were just in time with getting this loop up and running. So what I think we wanna do is, well, I guess if this is filled up, then we're good on that front, right? So we might want to have another one that, yeah, we might need to do something with circuitry to get that running. But this is now filling up the steam we have in there. There's no consumption going on, so let's put down the steam engines again. And we'll need to connect that up with the main power grid. Okay, nice. So this is running. So I guess, yeah, it's not on full steam, but it should be good. So the question is basically, does this yield enough to keep running? We want to keep an eye on this. We need to make sure that we can actually rely on it before switching to it as our main source of power. But for now, it's actually just basically free power, right? This is all stuff that we had going anyway. The carbon dioxide is just coming in as a side product. But we do want to make sure. Let's actually set up a lime collector here. Like this. And oh yeah, okay, so we are still venting the carbon dioxide. I think that should be unnecessary. So let's remove this and see how it goes. Right? We're probably consuming enough that that we don't care. If we run out of lime, I'll just have to put this from the chest back onto the belt. We have some clay bricks, that's also nice. Let's get a stack. We'll need that for some machines, I think. Yeah, this is going quite nicely. It's just that... Oh, the sulfuric wastewater is actually full up. Okay, but yeah, let's just get the stack of sulfur out of there and we'll be happy that, that it goes like that. We might actually... I'm pretty sure this loop is not sulfur positive, right? At least it's... I'm pretty sure it was... Or is it? Let's see. Is it... No, so it does really say, like, it does need 0.6 sulfuric wastewater as input, right? This uses quite a lot. So, it should be using it, but it might, like, we might need to build it out a little bit for that to actually happen. And how are we doing? Yeah, power-wise, this now looks really good, but we need to keep in mind that, like, for example, these are not, they're not gonna be running on full power, because we don't have this quite figured out, right? So can do it like this. The steam is also... Ooh, this is actually kind of tricky. So the steam is actually really... Yeah, have we run out of steam? It doesn't look like we have, but we might want... Do we want an overflow valve in here? I think we do, actually. I'm just gonna put that in. Overflow. Because it ensures that the loop always keeps running, and especially at this stage where we don't quite have it set up in the way that it can run all the time. Is it? Yeah, that's fine, right? Yeah. We might run into issues. Yeah, so now it will first like fill up the steam, and then we'll be able to yeah, so this probably needs another input, right? Yeah, it does. And we wanna see. Let's see. So this is waiting for fuel, but yeah, now we've got to the point that we have this loop set up, and any excess will go into the steam engines. Probably later we want to do it in the same way as we have down here, right? So then you have one boiler dedicated for the steam to keep the loop going, and then the others ensure that there's electricity out as well. Yeah, so let's actually add an output here as well. We can offset it to here. Should that be enough? Fast enough? This is fine. We have the top of valve going here. This is actually at 100. Yeah, but that's good, right? That just means that this might possibly back up, which it won't because we're collecting the lime. So that's fine. Yeah, do we want to? Yeah, the sulfuric wastewater is getting kind of low now, but that's also because this plant is not behind an overflow valve. So let's set that up, and then we'll make sure that we get that going. So in order to do that, we need to move this whole plant up a little bit. Here we go. So like this, right? We'll set it to sulfuric wastewater. We'll put an overflow valve in, and there we go. So we have an overflow valve, and then we've just got the purified water that we want to chain out here. And I need to replace the power pole because otherwise the clarifier won't do anything. There we go. Yeah, so now this will first pile up, and then it will. How are we doing? Yeah, the hydrogen sulfide is actually being consumed now, so we've got a lot of extra sulfur in here. Yeah, this is going nicely. This was all fine. Yeah, and then we have the sulfuric wastewater, which powers this loop. Okay, this actually seems to be going fine. We might want to reprocess the natural gas part, right? And yeah. Maybe we want to look at trying to get some more resources. How are we doing on that? I guess it's the copper that's the problem, right? So we might want to set up a sapphirite chain, like somewhere here, and give that. So we want to give that priority on the copper. And yeah. I missed powering the hydro plant thingy. Oh, I did. I did put out a power pole, but it didn't quite get there. Awesome. Thanks for helping me out there, Casual. Okay, so yeah, I think we do want that, though. If we look at the resources here, it's copper where it's sort of like the labs are running, but it's copper which could be better. Which is interesting actually. I mean, if we look at the buffer, it's iron is just not being it's just slightly not being consumed, right? The difference is not that big. In fact, this one is not running, which means that the mineral sludge that we have is actually not sufficient to power everything we have right now. So maybe we want to upgrade some of this and try to make this a little bit better. What we could be doing actually is upgrading like the washers and stuff to Mark II. Since we have the bricks now to do that. Let's see, we do need steel for that as well, and just normal bricks. Let's see, let's create some more steel. We have plenty of iron here. Yeah, we need electric circuits, we need more steel plates actually. We have the clay bricks. And we need the normal bricks, which should be here. Yeah. Let's put in some more stone. Yeah, and this is... Oh no, this is not backlogged actually. This is just pulling full steam ahead. Yeah, we just want to make this a little bit more efficient and get some more out of it. What we might end up doing is that we here split it in sort of in a similar way as we did down here with the power, and we're gonna make sure that we have separate belts to power separate machines. In this case it's kind of awkward because we have like different types of output, and depending on how this is running it could be problematic, but for now this should be fine. Let's see, do we have some more steel to get? There we go. So let's craft one, and once we replace one then we have a washer in hand to actually upgrade to a Mark II for the others. So this one is probably not essential, but these two would get a lot more output then. Right, this is lacking the crystal slurry, and this is just not quite there when it comes to. Let's see, this way, yeah. Okay, so now it's Mark II, which so how much faster is this? It's 1.5 times faster. So that's actually quite a lot, right? That means that if we upgrade both, we get plus 50% more resources. Yeah, it needs quite a lot of steel plates still though. Ah yeah, we also need a lot of steel pipe for this. That's where the issue comes from. Let's see, hydro refining is finished. What else do we want? I guess we want this at some point. I'm not sure I guess we do need the farming stuff at some point, right? Because we have a science tree that uses those science specs, and it is kind of, it does seem like something we want to be setting up. So let's just get the things we need for that, and we might figure out we need something else as well. How's this loop doing? Sulfuric wastewater is fine, carbon dioxide is fine, we're just making algae out of it. That's pretty nice. So let's keep a little bit of focus towards this side. Do we have some more steel? I might want to set up an advanced steel smelting thingy as well. I might do that here, right? So if I build some stereotype ore, then I might instead of doing an iron lane, I could do steel there. I could also do it here, of course, but given how we're short on iron here anyway, I'll probably do both here then. Get both. It's probably better to actually like feed the iron ingots from both to one and then do the steel processing there, because if we have to balance it in the way that we need both copper and steel, then it's just gonna blow up at some point. Okay, how are we doing here? Do we have no? We need some more steel, right? 31. We're still not quite there. I could pre-craft some steel pipe. And we also might want to upgrade to ore crushers too. That's basically the same. Like it also takes steel. So given that actually, yeah, once I upgrade the other washer, I'll go set up some steel smelting over here. We'll chain some of the iron ingots down here. Yeah, we'll do that with like a belt, split it back up here as well, and make sure that we have that going. I mean, I can just do it right here, right? There's no need to be complicated about it. I do need oxygen for it, but that's running here anyway. It's not backlogging, which sort of surprises me. Are we how are we doing on electrolyzers too? Do we want those? Let's see. Oh, this research actually gets us those, and that we can also build that. So that might be interesting. I mean, this is still like building up, right? So efficiency-wise, I think it makes more sense to focus on this kind of setup. But I'm actually, yeah, I'm like pretty sure, because the electrolyzers take a lot of power, right? And this is a little bit of complex processing, but it does exactly what we want it to do. Though actually, if we look at this, all of the stone goes into getting the mineralized water, basically. Right, yeah. And this has an overflow valve. Is that problematic? I guess not. This doesn't seem to be running. But if that is the issue, then it would be kind of awkward. That is something we want to keep in mind. So the alternative would be to put clarifiers at like 90 instead of 80, and to make sure that we only vent stuff if we're really close to overflowing. This is still washing plant 1, so let's see if we have enough steel for the second one. Here we go, washing plant 2. So we'll upgrade that, and then we'll have a lot to go around here. It looks like I might need an extra arm of output even. Let's do it like this and like this. And then we have the washer to put down here. Okay. Yeah, and this is actually starting to backlog. Why? Because of, oh, sulfuric wastewater? Did I connect this up wrong? Oh, this is full up. Oh, I forgot the output arm. Or rather, I needed to reconfigure this. But still, like, it's full up. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Maybe we're just making a lot of hydrogen sulfide. So the thing that I'm basically now that we've got this behind an overflow valve, I think we can safely set up a sulfur buffer, right? So just buffering this wouldn't cause any problems, because this is only on if this pipe is really full. So we're probably good on that front. So I'll set up a buffer for it, and we'll hopefully not be disturbed by that anymore. Let's see, so we'll do it like this, and then we'll set up the inserters like such, and a chest right here. So this ensures that this always gets freed up if it needs to be, and we're good to go. Yeah. Okay, so this is up and running again. These have kind of backed up in the meanwhile, but that's fine. If we look at the output speed, like, is it building? Yeah, I guess we'll add another arm. It can't really hurt, right? One here, one here. That's only the. Let's put this one with an offset, and this one with an offset. We will need some yellow belt to make this work, and a yellow splitter to at least get, yeah, I mean, once the blue gets filtered out, that should be fine, right? So, or at least it shouldn't be as big of a problem. Yeah, advanced chemistry is done. Let's see, for farming we'll need coal processing too. Awesome. Okay, so once we get this, I think we wanna switch to charcoal pellets, which I think are more efficient than the carbon stuff. In fact, I think the carbon stuff doesn't even add anything to the charcoal per se. So I mean, it's good that we have the charcoal lines and the power lines, because the charcoal is still needed for the filtration here. But it's still kind of awkward. Let's see. Yeah, so this is kind of starting. Yeah, it's looking like it's getting output limited. Right. This doesn't quite have the space it needs. Yeah, so how are we gonna solve this? It's kind of tight at the moment, and yeah, we're running these at full speed. Actually, so if we look at the output belt here, we could add a little more. So it's really that, yeah, I mean, if the blue one gets going and it can lose its output, then this is mostly a full belt, but that's fine, right? That it's just the little boost that we needed to get this running. Yeah, we might want to see if we can do this a little bit more efficiently. But for now, we've got a little bit of a boost in resources, or at least we should have. Let's see, can these, yeah, all the iron ones can run full time, so that's pretty nice. This is running quite nicely. So I actually am gonna set up, like I said, steel processing over here. So we'll fill this up. And in order to do that, what do we need? We need another blast furnace probably, but let's check. So we want to do advanced steel. I have not researched this, have I? Yeah, okay, so I would need to research it first, then we can set it up. We do need to say, so once the coal processing is done, we'll want to switch that over. So maybe I guess we want to set up the stereotype. Though iron is actually, like, it's disappearing as well, right? It's not like we have too much iron. I guess we want to look into either really making this a little bit better, for which I actually would have liked some more space. I mean, what we could do is set it up in blocks, right? So set up another block of, so put a splitter here, get the stone out of the way and process that here, and then the belt should be fine. That's one way we could go about it. The other way is, yeah, I guess that's what we want to be doing. Sulfuric wastewater is at 80, that's fine. Yeah, how are we gonna set this up? Maybe we'll just set it up a second time and do it properly. I mean, the machines we need for this are they're not that expensive. In fact, I think we have plenty of heavy mud water to actually set up some more. And the thing that we really need is a little bit of space here, right? So if we could fix the output of these machines, then we would be happy about it. I mean, so setting up a splitter here that filters out the stone would probably make sense. We'll leave room for one more of these guys, split off the stone here, and then just set up this as well. Right, that allows us to have it a little bit cleaned up in order to get the output sorted for the other stuff. Like these can easily output. This one has trouble. So if we make some stone over here and connect that up, then we're good. If we want to do another block of this, then we probably want to set it up in that way. So we can make a little bit more space over here. Because we probably won't go that far on filtration machines. Like create a little bit of space and make sure that we can do the split multiple times so that we don't have to be limited by the belt speed. Yeah, let's do that. So we have a basic splitter over here. We're gonna say you have output priority on the left with a filter for crushed stone. Actually, I'm not gonna say that quite yet. Can I clear this? Yeah. So we'll just leave this for a bit. And I'll actually not connect it up quite yet. So we're gonna run this back. And I'm gonna take the extra space here already, because the thing that we need it for is this pipe, right? And we'll encroach on that, but that's fine because that's the output of the machines that we'll get here. So let's get a chemical plant. Is this one bigger or something? It's slower. I think. Okay, this is probably it's probably some processing of the gas that's going on there. Inventory is full. That's probably because I have a ton of sulfur in my inventory. Let's put that in the buffer chest. There we go. So here, yeah, so we do need to sort of take care of. Now for sulfuric wastewater, it's fine, right? We only have the valve at this point. So that's good. Like only the overflow gets treated. Oh yeah, so the reason why I didn't do that is because we might get issues here. Which actually we might, because I didn't set up the buffer correctly. Like this doesn't work. So yeah, let's fix that. It's kind of ugly, but it will work. Let's do it like that. Oh, but okay, this messes with the output priority. Okay, so let's... Okay, what about if we put this guy over here? Oh, that conflicts with the water. Let's just put this like this. Okay, so I think then I did it wrong, and we can We can actually do a buffer like that, but we need to move it over a little bit. Okay. Let me first place the chest and then put in the silver. Then pick up this chest. Yeah. So this is what the so for a buffer, of course, it's the safest is to have a piece of belt for both the input and the output. But if you have to choose and you don't have output on both sides, you can safely do it like this, because it will only pick up the ones that get split this way. I do want an output priority to the right. I mean, we don't need these and these. This will take an input priority on the right. I should do that with the other buffers as well. Actually, that makes a lot of sense, right? It means that we don't have like extra arm movement if we don't need to have it. Yeah, so this is now safe and sound. This has our output priority over input priority here, so we'll be using the hydrogen sulfide for as much as possible, and if it's not possible, then we'll use something else. Okay, meanwhile, I've set up some of this. We want to bring some water up, which we can just do by chaining it around here. Let's do it like this. Let me craft some pipe, we'll need some later. There we go. So we go like this, and then I guess we want to set it up here. We'll use a little bit of underground belt here. And add the normal pipe once we have it. Actually, yeah, we need to put it up one more, right? Because we want to run the pipe and then the inserters as well. So we don't need underground belt here. Ah, we have coal processing too. Okay, that's awesome. We're gonna do something with that fairly soon. Probably after I've set up this. So here we go. This pipe can go up to here. We do... that's kind of sucky. I guess we'll also add a top-up valve on this side. That's fine. But I do need to... I guess we'll probably be using a lot anyway, so what I can do is just have this run full time and top this up. Oh no, but the valve is, we can put the valve over here, right? That's fine. Yeah, that makes sense. Here we go. We have these guys, which output over here. Over here. Yep, okay. And then we do need to filter over here now for crushed. So that's the wrong crushed thing. This, yeah, and get out the crystal stuff that we have left. And this is not getting water because I didn't connect this up. Yeah. Okay, so now we're good. So basically now we're at the point where we have enough of these chemical plants to make sure that the output belt doesn't get saturated. So basically, if we can get it functional on the input side, I hadn't placed this splitter yet. That should actually help. Yeah, and this, we have input issues here, I guess. It's a lot about the output, I'd say. So we might want to get fast inserters for this. But for now, this is probably... Oh, okay. I guess we... Why is this not working? I guess because it's holding something. Here we go. Ah, yeah, okay. So the problem here is that this one machine doesn't quite use enough, and it's unbalanced. So let's put one to take from the other side. How are we doing then? Is that better? I could have sworn this worked, but maybe not. It keeps taking from the close side, so I guess it's the offset only works for the output. And I guess we also can use another one. Right, like this. Yeah, so that way we should have more at least. And we might actually need two of them. Oh yeah, so okay, so here we're gonna have the same issue, right? So this might back up and then these will shut off. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do about that. Let's just make a cut for YouTube. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.